Hello, man. How can you hear me? Is there a signal? Yeah, looks like a signal. Man, how can you hear me? I don't hear you yet.
Hello.
How's it going?
Huh?
How's your week? How's everything?
My week was good.
Anything to share? Something?
Mm,
Some
no.
new projects? Some new passions, ideas?
Mm, no. No.
Nothing. Nothing regular. Look, I just shared the screen right now. I have some interesting pictures as I was thinking. And I would like Mika will be a little bit later. He is finishing his home task from his mom, as I understand. So maybe in next couple of minutes. Before we are waiting for him. I would like to ask you. You see, I just shared some pictures. I would like to ask you if we will have some, new topics in the next meetings. What would you like to talk about? I mean, if you look at the picture right now, you can see some of them, and I will show you some other, you know, down below.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's a kind of cutaways of absolutely different, uh, technology, vehicles, or even some type of geography, history, technology, or
Yes.
equipment. So you see, here's a kind of firefighter, the I guess jet F-22, F-35, go kart, the Earth surface. This is what Citroen C3. This is CT scanner, MRI and CT, I guess. So if you look at this picture, what can be interesting for you? What do you see in this picture when anything in your mind right now?
I think all of this interesting because I think this book is about some principles of working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm,
the other stuff, of course, they also include some new vocabulary, some vocab. So it also, to utilize the lexics, utilize the new words and the terms, I guess. Did you see some books like this before? I mean, maybe in Russian and English, in any other language. How do you?
in Russian only.
Mm-hmm. So what was this book about?
This book about some mechanical machines like engines, cars.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think if I'm wondering like if something like this would be in the school? How do you prefer or how do you see like in which lessons which topics can be? I mean, would you like to see on your lessons or
These topics.
I don't know, maybe physics or mathematics or like nature or like even maybe it's English language itself because it's not technically English. It's just like I mean we can see the same stuff in Russian, right? So the main stuff is just the language. It just depends on what environment we are talking about. It can be Chinese or French if we're in France or in Japan. But technically, you see, if we're talking about some kind of uh, jets or vehicle like a train or a car, it's some kind of technology or some kind of like electricity. So how do you think? What subjects, for example, in your school or some kind of elective courses could be there? Your ideas.
Subjects that would be useful in this book, yes,
I
if I
mean, subject
understand.
that can be applied for regular school. For example, like just imagine your I don't know, your biology teacher comes to the class and say, Fox, I mean, look at the picture. You see the picture with the page number 26 or 24. We will talk about the your skin or your immune system today. Blah blah blah, and you see the kind of cutaway of the human body. Or if you come to I don't know what to some physics and okay your teacher tell you okay we look at the picture number 48, we talk about the inside Saturn system and some kind of universe or
I think it's be interesting if I understand. It's what from this book can be used for subjects. Yes.
not exactly. I mean, what would you like to like for example you look at the picture and see there's a you see there's at the left side
Ah,
there's a contents like page number 10 like journey through the human body blah blah blah.
yes, yes. I think it's very interesting.
And for example, just imagine what should be like the teacher told you about these Zoom meetings or the next subject. So how do you think you would be prepared for this lesson? What just if you would be a teacher, what home task or what some kind of preparation papers would you give to the students that they read a little bit and that they will be prepared for that or this new topic or new theme?
Mm, it's a hard question.
Yeah, I know. I like hard questions. So, for example, I don't know, like if we will choose like you see this NASA space shuttle, blah blah blah, and like teacher come and say, okay, folks, next week or in the next 2 weeks, we will talk about NASA space shuttle or another like super jet or another airplane, whatever. So, and they will ask you what, for example, if there's a class of 15 or 20 or 25 students, and the teacher said, he come to you exactly said, Mika, what would you like to be prepared? So just choose the what would you like to talk. Everybody takes a little article in this picture, like I don't know, like the front part, the engine or the cockpit, or I don't know the wings or some electricity. So
Mm,
what would you like to prepare if it would be you?
I think it might be something about what inside or how it move.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Misha Junior. I was sharing the screen with the Miha. And
Mika must be with the. Without.
Miha must be without the. Just
Yes,
Miha.
you said the Mika. Correct is just Mika.
Did I really say that? Huh.
Yes, you said the Mika.
Okay, I didn't really mention that I used to say that. Okay, let me try to avoid this stuff in the future. So I was sharing the screen, and you see, there's some topics at the picture that could be that we could talk about for the next several meetings. Actually, there's a more than enough topics. You see, it's a cutaways of. Let me see. Let me show you the first picture. And I was asking, I was asking not the Miha, but Miha about what he sees and what could be interesting for him, and maybe for his classmates, co-students. I mean, So what about you, Misha Jr.?
Uh, about what? Sorry, I didn't really understand.
Yeah, I show him the picture, several pictures that we can talk about in the next, I don't know, maybe 10 future meetings. And I also ask him, just imagine one of your teachers, or maybe a couple of them, come to the school and said, Fox, I mean, tomorrow on the next week we will talk about, and the teacher say, what would you like to talk about, and show you the picture. And first, I mean, there'll be kind of voting that you would like to talk. For example, next Monday or next Sunday we talk about F-22 or F-35 fighter, or like the under the hood of Citroen C3 rally car, or what is it, CT scanner? How does it work? So what about you?
I see.
What from these pictures, what is more interesting for you? I mean, even though I do understand that all of this stuff could be interesting, but what is more or less? Have you ever seen the pictures like this? And what was this, books or pictures about?
These pictures were about.
Did you understand the question?
Not really.
Not really. I mean, first question was, if the teacher come to you, like if I come into you and say like, let's talk next week or next Monday or next couple of weeks about what you see in the pictures. What would you like to talk in the first? I mean, maybe jets is more interesting than cars, or maybe cars is more interesting, or maybe human body is more, or the construction of CT scanner is more interesting. So what is in your mind? What would you choose first?
Uh,
Or maybe you see how bees do their honey and you say, "Oh, I like bees and the honey," and for me it's
I would like technique difference type of like cars, planes.
hmm
I like techniques.
hmm So what exactly would you like to talk about?
I would like to talk about.
Any technical stuff?
Yes.
So if there'll be 10 or 15 students in the class, for example, like and you're a teacher, and you give them the task, okay, folks, next week we will talk about the Superjet F-35 fighter. Choose your part of the jet. So, which parts of the jet will you give to your students? Again,
Uh,
I don't know, maybe student number one.
what's a jet?
Huh?
So, what's a jet? Sorry.
Jet, it's a reactive fighter, the airplane.
Ah, it's like a plane.
It's a reactive plane
Uh,
with the,
reaction.
with reactive engines.
Oh my god.
I mean, you see this. This is the jet in front of you.
The first picture on the top,
On the top,
upper the
yeah, on the
how it
top,
works.
on the top of the screen, right? This, if you see this F-22 or F-35, I don't know what's that exactly. One of these. Yeah, it's jet tells you that this is the type of the engine it uses. It could be propeller, there could be jet with a reactive engine, there could be some other types of engines. I mean, if you Google like what is a jet, it show you like or super jet. Maybe you heard about this airplane. Jet tells you about the type of the engine. I don't know. Maybe if I put it here, if I put it here like jet meaning, right? Jet meaning, it should show you. You see jet, rapid stream of liquid or gas, jet engine. This is the meaning of what I'm talking about. like you can say jet engine, and then they see the type of this picture it will generate us. This is it.
Ah, I see.
So you can say like jet engines and then alternatives, for example. You see, there's two ways to go. One on the hydrogen-powered turbine engines, and yeah, what will replace what alternative? So you see, while people just first invented the engine, they start doing with the, if I'm not mistaken, with the propeller
Ah, I see.
turbine engine, type of internal combustion engine. Yeah. So, and mostly what they say, they don't really say that this is the, I mean, jet engine, but they say just jet or air jet. They sometimes they just they make a kind of acronym. They make this meaning shorter, and the term makes this, yeah, makes this term a little bit shorter while we're talking about this type of the airplane and this type of the engine. Yeah. So sometimes when you put some question into the Google, it gives you some a lot of interesting topics to talk about. What I really like you see, why China built the jet engine, how bad are engines for environment, blah blah blah. Why is turboprop more efficient than a jet? See, turboprop. They even make it shorter from propeller to just prop. You see, like all these topics you see, they can be, we can talk about just the way like how efficient is the prop or turboprop or this regular jet. They
Oh,
we
I
have,
see.
of course we have you see, like jets versus turboprops. What are the difference? So you open the link, and you see some kind of text about the type of the engines, and comparing with the, see, costs. So of course people compare costs, the operating costs, and the efficiency, and I don't know what, a lot of stuff to compare. Because just imagine you are the boss of the company who uses both type of engine on your planes. So you have like limited budget, right? So what type of engine would you put at your airplane? Like, I don't know, if you have like 5 airplanes with the jet and 5 airplanes with the prop. So what is cheaper? What is more efficient? What is more, s- safe for environment? How much does it take for, I don't know, for gas? What type of fuel which type of fuel is more expensive, by the way? If I'm not mistaken, some of them requires like kerosene. Some of them just regular. I would say regular gas. There's an octane number used to be high, if I'm not mistaken. But all this stuff is here, so you can technically you can read it. You can you can technically you can call them and say, folks, what type of private jet would you recommend, right? You see, light private jets. Have you looked at the sites like this before?
Uh,
What
I
type of
never.
Yeah, what type of jet would you buy if you have enough money?
I don't know.
You never thought
Maybe
about that.
maybe it's something faster.
Faster than what?
Fast. Uh, Wait, no. Faster maybe than a regular planes.
When you say regular, what exactly model do you mean?
It's big airliners.
When you say big airlines, do you mean some exact type of the plane? Some
It's
exact.
like a Boeing or Airbus.
Exactly. So, what Boeing models do you remember?
Mm, of private jets or of
Actually, if you saw, Boeing makes a lot of, not only regular planes but also, yeah, private jets by itself. So some of them, like used in the regular airlines, like in most developed countries and
Mm,
airport systems. Some of them just on the private aviation.
in regular airlines, I hear something about the Boeing 747.
Mm-hmm.
It's something very big.
Boeing 747.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you like this exact plane? Did you ever thought what's the difference between other Boeings, other?
Mm, no, I only hear about that. I don't interested in aviation and I never fly it.
Mm-hmm. Because you see, technically Wikipedia is open, so we can you can easily open the Boeing. You can see how many models do they do. You see options, variants of the models for this exact model, and some other. Misha Junior, what about you? Do you ever think about Boeing 747?
Boeing 747, it's a plane?
Yeah, you
Ah,
see on the picture. I just opened it.
I think it's a cool plane with red. I think it's a great plane.
I
I
mean,
would like to
I
fly
was
it.
opening this picture just to show that in the Boeing family, there's a lot of other planes like Boeing 747, Boeing 787, if I'm not mistaken, 767 or 666. I'm not really sure, but technically, have you ever read something or, you know, think about Boeing's ever before? Or maybe some other producer of the aircraft companies? Maybe in school, no? Maybe with your classmates? Do you talk about jets? Do you talk about Boeing itself or some other?
Uh, I would. Sorry.
You would what? Are you busy? Are you still doing home task?
Yeah, a little bit.
What is your home task about? Can we help you somehow?
Oh, no. It's math.
Math. Is it interesting or it's boring?
A little bit boring.
By the way, Fox, I was thinking like all of you are supposed to doing some math stuff. What is your math stuff right now? What Misha Junior and what Micha doing in the class of mathematics?
Do you do some mathematics, Mike?
Yeah, of course. I mean, currently I helping two other students with trigonometry, algebra, and calculus. So technically,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, we could actually have some kind of Zoom meetings with some calculus. I don't know how's it in Russia. In US, we used to use some technical stuff. So it's not like we doing some home tasks just with the regular equations or just formulas like plus minus subtraction or division or multiplication. It's not
I
all,
got it.
huh?
I got it.
Usually,
All four.
yeah,
All
usually.
four. Like.
So usually they give us in the U.S. schools they give us the task like, okay, today we have like Boeing. I'm just for example like Boeing 747 or like any other aircraft, and we have some tasks. Can you folks calculate what's the power to to bring this plane for the to the air or to the some exact height like for 7,000 meters, or what's the power needed, or how much kerosene do we need to fly from Paris to New York, for example. So something that is connected to the life, not just like 5 plus 7 or 5 multiply 41. No, just exactly some kind of project which you need to calculate. Or like you got a task, okay, you have this Boeing, right? And you have, for example, variants like Boeing 747 SP, 408. You see, Dreamlifter or Dreamliner or whatever. And the task is, can you choose the right engine with the right capacity, with the right velocity, and just give the equations some special formula for each of these engines. Like you see, like if you look at the picture right now, I'm just trying to make it underline. Like heavier maximum takeoff weight. So the takeoff weight can vary, right? So and the teacher give you the home task, or maybe not home task, just a task. Okay, we gotta, this is amount of pounds that could be regular weight of this aircraft carrier, right? So can you choose the right engine? By the way, do you know who are making the engines for your Boeing?
Uh,
You see, this is the type of the engines: Pratt Whitney, General Electric, and Rolls Royce. Have you known about that? Rolls Royce not only making the cars but also engines.
I heard about a little bit. Like,
You see, Rolls Royce. How many of your classmates know that Rolls Royce making not only the cars but the engines for Boeing? And and this is can be also the math lesson that, for example, folks, let's take the engine from Rolls Royce, like this one, RB211, right? Maybe it's too old, but I don't know. And they give you the task, okay, how much should your aircraft carrier weight? What is the weight of the aircraft? Like initial weight or like complete weight to move, for example, from New York to, I don't know, to Moscow, from New York to, I don't know, to Berlin or to Madrid or whatever. So you're given some tasks for this or that type of engine, for this type of aircraft carrier, and for this type of weight we need to use in our current flight. So what type of math do you have, folks? I'm interested. Misha Junior, Mika,
yes.
can you share what are you doing? Is that like regular equations, like denominators, trigonometry, or what's that? Why it's boring?
Like, I must count and from the first number to second number and third number. What?
You see, calculus.
Calculus? What's calculus?
Calculus is the mathematical study of change, in the same way that geometry studies shape, algebra study operations and their application to solving equation. Well, you see, calculus, is it hard? You can say like calculus meaning, for example. Or you can say calculus examples. Examples. And it gives you examples. You see, this is the calculus, regular problems. You see, regular task like find the slope of the tangent of the curve, and this is the equation.
I see.
So I don't know what exactly you are doing, but some math stuff is not so boring. It depends how a teacher just make you, to solve the problem. So it's not only do some boring stuff, but it also, evolves and develops your imagination.
Yeah.
It's also use some models, you see, models to obtain multiple solutions in everything. For example, like I'm doing some, I was using calculus in Microsoft Excel when I was trying to find out what's the differences when I was learning French language and Italian language, and each verb in these languages, like in Russian language, they conjugate. So they conjugate in the tenses. Like for example, like if we have different tenses like present tense or future tense or past tense, and like there's a kind of verbs like I don't know, like parlare, for example, to speak in Italian, and I just make some calculus formula to develop the conjugation of the parlare verb into like regular present tense and a regular past tense, like parla, parli, parli, parlamo, parliamo, parlano. That's the like regular verb, how to conjugate the regular are verb in Italian. So I use calculus to show the program what to add, what letters to add at the end, and that the program start making the equations and change the end of the of this verb. So you see, it's not only about the algebra and mathematics itself, but it can be also used in any other field. It just depends on your fantasy and just how you will use it. It's not like, oh, our teacher gave us a lot of home tasks. Oh, it's so boring. It's boring because the teacher is boring. He or she doesn't have any passion for the subjects. So they don't want to really make it fun or interesting. Is that something like this in your class? Is mathematics boring in your school, folks?
Yeah, it's usually boring. We just open books. Then somewhere 50, 50 habits.
Exercise?
What?
Exercise, tasks, what?
Yeah,
Problem solving?
50, yeah, tasks.
What about you, Micha?
At math, we solve some math problems and learn some about them, learn new, and I think that all.
How boring it is?
Because we have a good teacher, it was very interesting.
For example, Misha Jr., do you believe in that? That math can be interesting?
Yes, of course it can. It can be interesting. It's by the teacher.
So give me examples of interesting lesson in mathematics. Algebra or I don't know what, calculus, pre-calculus. Maybe share the screen if you need. I will stop sharing.
No, I don't.
What about you, Micha? Tell me the example of interesting lesson in math. I was I was curious.
I think it's a good example of how to solve something.
For example, how to solve what?
How to solve some math problems.
For example, give an example.
Mm,
You said that it was interesting. Your teacher is really interested in the subject and it makes interested of all the students like you, right? So what was that lesson about when you said it was interesting?
I think it's a simple explain of how to solve something and not just give a lot of text for students because it's boring to read a lot.
Uh-huh. So if you just repeat what your teacher said the last interesting lesson, what would you talk about? I was wondering, like, you have like one or two lessons a week. Like for this last, I don't know, maybe for the last, I don't know, maybe last year you have like last 8 lessons of mathematics. How many of these 8 lessons were interesting? All of them? Some of them? What lessons did you or do you remember right now?
I don't remember some really interesting because all of them was typical, but I don't know about my classmates if it's interesting for them. But because I need math, it's very interesting for me.
Can you make it a little bit more? Can you develop your thought a little bit? So it's interesting because you need it or because you like it or
because I need it, and sometimes I really like it.
Give example of something that you like in math. Like maybe show some kind of equations. Maybe quickly make a picture and show what this exact equation I like. I like it to solve the problems like this. This. I don't know. It's interesting because, and tell us what's interesting.
It's interesting because you need to learn a lot. Yes, sometimes you need to learn a lot, but usually we have some new what we need to learn, and
For example, you see this is a trigonometry formulas. Is it interesting?
it's to solve something. It's interesting for me.
Misha, have you ever seen trigonometry formulas before?
What?
You see,
What would
you
be
see, I'm just sharing the screen. There's a trigonometry formulas. Like trigonometry is kind of field of mathematics which actually show us. Micha, can you explain, Misha, what trigonometry means? I hope you already have something like this in your school. Why do we use it? Why do we need it?
Trigonometry, it's like geometry. This part of math, it's about some shapes like triangle, circle.
But usually we use triangle, right? Mostly, especially for the sinus cosinus formula. So why do we need these sinus cosinus tangents? Why do we need this type of relations, sequences?
To solve some math problems.
For example, how Misha Junior can use it if he already knew if we just imagine that he will start trigonometry tomorrow, how it could be interesting and what can Misha Junior do with these formulas? Come on, Misha, just explain us.
Oh my god!
Misha, what's there?
It's so hard. What's on your screen?
Why? Why it's hard? Mika,
For me, it's hard right
do you
now.
agree it's hard? What exactly hard? Polynomials formulas or what? Or trigonometry or what? Exponents? What?
We all formulas. These are very hard for me right now in third class.
So what formulas do you use? If it's not a secret. If this is hard, what is not hard? I was wondering. I do realize that you were maybe in the second or third or fourth class, and maybe you have a little bit more easier stuff, but you didn't share, you didn't literally say it. That's why I'm only can guess what are you talking about. So what is in your class right now? Does your math teacher speak English? Do you have any ideas how to explain this stuff?
All the teachers in school have Russian accent.
But they speak English, right?
Yes, they speak English, but they speak like right, left, up, down, like it's.
So, does your home task in math in English or in Russian?
Except English, all our homework is on Russian.
But you said that all of your teachers speak English, right?
No.
No. Or you just say about only English teachers?
I said about.
I was thinking like the math teacher speaks English, no?
No. We've got right now in third class one teacher.
So only English teachers speak English, right?
Yes.
So
But maybe our teacher knows a little bit. Maybe someone else knows English, but I don't know.
So what, Fox? By the
Because
way, what do you think if in your Russian school, except English teacher, there will be a math teacher who doesn't speak Russian but speaks only English? What do you think?
I don't know. I would be the translator.
So what if there's no need to translate? What if there's a need just to use that language further above? Just like a teacher come and there will be principal, director of the school who say, Fox, from this day or from this week, we add our English not only to English lessons but to other subjects. So math will be in English, at least for the next, quarter, semester, or half of the year. For example, you know why do we study English? Just because maybe to get to enroll to the university of, I don't know, of UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, any university with a multi-language environment where the English is the main language. I hope you imagine that if you come to like regular European or American, or I don't know, Great Britain.
Yeah, I understand. One year in a Russian school that is only English costs 1 million rubles.
So how many months? 6 months, 9 months, 12 months?
It's one learning year. So, one full year with one class.
So you mean you started September and you finish when? May, June?
Yeah, May.
May. So technically.
And it costs 1 million.
That's not much. It's a lot, but not much. It could be more. So what's the problem? Is that problem with the money or it's a problem with the English?
I think the problem is in that we can just buy the tickets to UK and go to the free schools in UK.
Exactly. You're a smart guy. I knew that. So what's the problem? Did you tell them that, Fox, 1 million is too much? Let's go to Great Britain. Did you tell them?
What did I
So
tell?
I don't know, somebody told you or your parents that if your kids, if you like Misha Jr. or anybody else like Mika, for example, or me, wants to have education in English, right? Not in Russian, your parents need to pay like 1 million rubles for a regular school year, like from September to May, right? For 9 months. And you said that it's much cheaper and easier just to go to whatever, US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, to the regular school, right? And don't pay such amount of money.
Yeah.
So probably the tickets to US or to UK will be cheaper. I don't know how many, $200, $800. So 800 bucks.
What's bucks?
Bucks means US dollar or like Canadian dollar or whatever.
I see.
Or you can say like 200 pounds or 200 Australian dollar or Australian New Zealand dollar, whatever. We call it bucks. I mean, if you look here, yeah, if you put like bucks, I don't know. Not easy. I mean, bucks like a dollar. I don't know what's that. Dollar. The term bucks has been flying around for ages. In case you didn't know, it's used when referred to $1. Yeah, like a couple of bucks means like a couple of dollars, but sometimes you say 100 bucks. You see, if I put like 100 bucks in dollars, look, convert 100 bucks to USD. You see, how many dollars is $1? It's informal mostly, but we use it. Because you see, it comes to the history. Bucks skins, they call it bucks. You see, how many is $100? How many is $1? Yeah, so this is the regular expression for the dollar. Bucks. How many boxes do you
I
have?
see.
Yeah. So 1 million ruble for English in your lessons. And how do they how did they tell you how, or did they tell to your parents how is it going? Like every subject in English, how is it? Tell us,
Uh,
Misha Junior.
what? Sorry.
Tell us what did they tell to your teachers? Okay, we pay 1 million for this 9 months. What's next? What are responsibilities of the school, of the teachers?
I don't go to that school. I
Why?
go to normal school.
But do you know what is inside this school? Does, or do you have any friends or classmates or anybody, neighbors maybe friends of your parents who are going to the school? What subjects do they have? Do they have any website? I guess they do.
I don't know.
Why didn't you ask? Why didn't you study?
It's our school is free,
Yeah,
and that school
I
is
know.
1 million.
Yeah, I know. Million is too much, but I mean, at least before we pay 1 million, we should find out why should we pay 1 million. Maybe it's
Because it's an English school.
yes, I understand it's English school, but there's a lot of English schools. So why do we need to pay 1 million? Maybe we can find cheaper school like for 500 or for 200. So say, folks, you can come to the principal of the school. Say, folks, 1 million is too much. Let me pay 1 or 200, or I'm so genius that I would pay less, or I will find another school.
Yeah, if you say I'll find another school, they maybe will uh like say, oh, you can pay a half of a million, not 1 million, and you can go.
Mm-hmm. But did your parents tell you about the subjects? Or first what they hear 1 million and they say, oh, 1 million, let's stop with this. I'm not interested.
Yes, they said like this.
But just imagine if that would be not a million. If they say, okay, 50,000. 50,000 a year.
Half of a million.
No, not half. Like 20%. 5%. 5%, like 50,000.
Oh, 50,000.
Yeah, like I will show you on the screen. 50,000 rubles. I don't know, rubles. Here. Yeah, like a little bit less than $600. You see?
Oh.
50,000 Russian ruble equals blah blah blah. So you see, I mean, price is not actually the main reason or the main goal. Yeah, it could be a reason, but I mean, if you say, okay, 50,000 or 100,000 rubles, what will you give me? Does money mean everything for you and for your parents?
I think for my parents, yes.
But I mean, just imagine, Fox. I mean, Mika, also asking you, like, if somebody like paying for you for this year, so money doesn't mean anything for you right now. If somebody give you like a gift card, like I'm giving you a gift for, like we here in US we have gift cards from $100 to like $1,000. So technically it can be covered with all your year expenses of this school. So you get this gift card, so somebody paying for you or for your parents for this school. Then you start, okay, we have the money, but what about the school? Why should we go to this school or to that school? Is that school better or this school is not so good? Do you ask the questions like this? Does money mean everything?
We usually don't ask.
Why? Mika, what about you? Why? How do you think? Why people don't ask about some kind of internal program, some kind of plan for the They only look at the price. They don't see what is inside. Just imagine I have this money. But I'm paying money for what? What do I'm paying for? Why people don't ask? Tell me. How do you think?
Because usually people need to know how much did it cost.
But does it mean that you just spend so much money and you're not interested in what they will give you for this money? So does it mean that you don't care or what? Like
no, I think it's important.
so why people don't ask?
For what you give money.
So I mean, people think, okay, I don't have million, I will not talk anymore, right? But just imagine you have it. So in next question, Fox, tell me why I should pay 1 million exactly for you school, not for this school that all over the next, at the end of the in the downtown of Moscow or in the suburbs of Moscow. Why don't you ask? Why don't you ask them, Fox? It's big money. It's hard to pay. It's hard to earn. My parents earn this money for 2 years. Tell me why we should pay this amount of money before we pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Why don't you ask? Are you scared because we don't have money? So I was wondering why people don't think about just asking the questions. I mean, until you pay. I mean, because when you pay, you probably cannot, return this money back, right? What do you think, folks? Don't keep silent. Just give me your ideas. I mean, if I'm buying the car like this, and people tell me, okay, Michael, you need to pay like 6,000 for this car, or $100,000 for this stuff. Before I pay, I'm asking why this car is better than Mercedes or BMW or whatever, Audi or Porsche or I don't know, Ferrari maybe. So what's the difference between this car and the regular paying for the English school? It's still a lot of money. So if I'm interested in what is inside the car, do you have air conditioner? How good is the seats? How good is the trim? So why don't we ask about our school program? Because I paid a lot of money. Tell me, folks. Why? Come on, don't keep silence.
I don't know.
So okay, just imagine you are the parent of the. So you are the parent of the Misha Junior, and the teachers want you to pay 1 million rubles for this stuff. What questions will you ask to the teachers? Except why it's so expensive, folks. Will you ask any questions for 1 million rubles? No? Did I ask you a hard question?
No.
No? So come on. I want you to pay me 1 million for the classes right now. Wouldn't you ask me? What are we paying for?
I think I would ask about what this program consists of, what we learn.
1 million, man. 1 million. How many questions should you ask before pay 1 million? 2 questions? 3 questions? 3 questions enough to pay 1 million? I think if I pay 1 million rubles, I will ask them 1,000 questions. I'm paying too much, so I need to know everything. Otherwise, I will choose some cheaper school. Don't you think so?
I think I ask about something like practice lessons, like speak with native speakers. Maybe
for that amount of money, they can just put the regular teachers.
Be useful,
right?
For me.
Uh-huh.
Because I can already have some level of English, and if I pay for what I already know, it be bad.
So, but as I understand, they will have just regular classes, but in English. It doesn't mean that you're paying for English lessons. You're paying for the same stuff that you pay for Russian, but all the teachers will be with probably, with no Russian or with the just common regular English. I mean, they can come from, I don't know, from Africa, from Asia, or from any other countries. So the language they speak is not Russian, so they need to communicate in some other language. I guess that'll be English. Like I remember, I was in the church. There was a lot of people from Nigeria, from Venezuela, from Argentina. They speak English with us because we don't understand Spanish. We don't understand Czech. We don't understand their African kind of dialect. So they speak good, better good English, but it was English. So we don't talk about English lessons at all. We just talk how they explain this stuff. I can actually share you some lessons if you would like. Probably you saw this stuff in YouTube. Some Indians guys telling about the regular subjects. Like I was in the subject of MySQL, if you know what I'm talking about, the database subject. So the teacher was, "Hello everybody, would like to tell you that today we talk about database." He has really tough accent in English, and that is why how he'll tell us about the new topic for today. So technically you trying to be more or less polite to this guy and more or less understand what he is talking about. But this is you should understand that there's a lot of accents in, like Misha Jr. said, Russian accents or any other Slavic accents with the R and some other stuff. Like, Russians like to say, "This is the main topic that we would like to use in this lesson today, folks," right? So this is how we have the teachers, I remember, from all over the world. So you should also tell them that, folks, it's not only about the language itself, but it's like explanation of some regular topics, like regular subjects like math, physics, chemistry, whatever. I don't know. Even physical activity can be in English. So what do you think? What are the subjects in English? By the way, have you ever think that in the next couple of weeks we can make some other subjects, just regular? Like technically, we already speak for the last couple of weeks, right? We technically using another language and talking about different fields like history, technology, like IT stuff. You see the game programming, level design. What else? So what's the problem just to make a kind of lesson like mathematics and English?
It can be hard.
Why? So why it's not hard to make it in Russian? I mean, you will do the same activity, but just use some other language, some regular terms. Some
Yes, I think it's can be interesting, but some words didn't learn in school program.
Come on, man. Who cares about the school program? Calculus lesson, blah blah blah. Why don't you just Google this stuff? It can be hard for your English teacher or for your Russian teacher, for your math, but not for us. Like, you see, like, what is a denominator? I don't know. Have you ever thought about that? What is denominator?
I don't know.
In English, I don't know.
Just wait until the advertisement finish. First you can just easily stop doing, start doing some English
And today
activity.
we're going to be rationalizing denominators.
You see, she just use regular expressions in English and just do the same. Say radical expressions. Denominator.
It's an important little skill that you need to learn. We use it a lot when we're doing finding first principles, the derivatives from first principles. So
how do you understand her? Is she easy to understand?
I don't know. A
No.
little bit hard.
Hard for what? For how to listen, or how she explains, or what?
Uh,
We use it a lot when we're doing finding first principles, the derivatives from first principles.
So some words you don't hear or you don't understand exact meanings.
I don't understand the meaning.
Mm-hmm. So if me or somebody else will write you what she just said with it, just like you can actually put subtitles. You see, so doing finding first principles. You see, principles derivates from first principle. So derivates. So if you don't know what derivates mean, you just easily just go there and just Google it, this stuff, and derivates meaning, and that's it. So it used to be usually a couple of meaning which you not understand, and that's it. Didn't you think about that? Just listen some math lessons in English, and that's it.
No, I didn't
Why?
think about it.
Why? Misha Junior, tell me why don't you listen? Mathematical lessons in English. Is it boring or what? Or is it so hard?
Because in Russian it's more easy to understand.
I got you. So you're kind of lazy boy, right? You're searching for some easy steps, not some hard steps.
Yes, because sometimes when you need to prepare for a lesson, and you have also some another lesson for what you need to prepare, you, I think, with the most bigger chance, you choose Russian because you know Russian more than English.
So what do you think if we make a kind of experiment for the next, I don't know, maybe in the next maybe a month, and after 2 or 3 other Zoom meetings, if I initiate like calculus lesson in English, totally in English, what do you think, folks? Would you be interested or not? Misha Junior, Mika?
Maybe it would be hard.
I think yeah.
You think
I think
what?
that's a great idea.
You think what?
I think it's a great idea.
So tell me, folks, for all of you, because as I understand, Micha a little bit higher level of math, Misha Junior is a little bit lower. What are you doing in math right now, by the way? Can you maybe share make quick picture of some current expressions, what you do? Maybe share some quick expression in the Zoom chat or...
Oh, I need to count. I need to count and, остаток, and I need to write the остаток.
Denominator, I guess. No. So you making the division, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Division on 2. So you need some kind of terms, how to use them to apply. What else? So the whole part and the... dividing by whole. Gotcha. So technically, yeah, I can do some kind of preparation stuff. Just give you some lexics for your kind of first attempts and first attempts in the math, just to make sure it's easy, because I don't really see the difference. Yeah, of course, maybe because you used to use Russian in your math and other subjects, you don't really think about it. But technically, if you can go back and forth for for both languages, I don't really think it's a big problem. You see, just couple of words, couple of new terms, how to name them, and more or less that's enough to just. But you can, in that case, you can solve the problems, some equations, and easily watch like YouTube on English lesson, English language, just to make sure you can understand this stuff. What do you think?
Sorry, I don't really understand.
I said I will just send you some main essential vocabulary, some terms. For example, like you just need to know some beginning terms, how to name this stuff in English, because as I understand, you don't have any math in English, only in Russian. That's why you need to know some regular verbs. You see, like functions, analyze, example, solve the problem. Yeah, to divide. I mean, that's just the lexics. How to say this or that. Like regular terms. You see, like multiple powers, inverse division, and so on. And we can try. I don't really think you have something with a division by itself. Okay, I got you. So, by the way, when you're doing math, Misha just said a couple of maybe minutes ago that some lessons can be interesting. How can we use? Can you give an example how to make mathematical lesson interesting for your classmates, for you, or for other students?
Mathematical lessons.
Yeah, one or two, or maybe all of them. So what would you change?
You must give them by fun things.
For example, have you ever make the lessons for your classmates? I mean, in for math lessons.
No, not yet.
Have you ever asked Google how to do it? How to make interesting lessons, right? How to make calculus interesting to me, you see?
No.
How can I make my math class interesting, you see? So you can ask Google. Google can show you something.
He can show only something, but not everything.
Why?
I don't know.
You see,
I just
15 ways to make math fun. So why not to make fun? You see, there's some kind of advice. So you see why some kids don't enjoy math. Good question, folks. Why? Tell me.
I don't know.
How many in your class, Misha Jr., enjoy math?
I didn't ask. They just do it, I think. Because the teacher said.
But don't you ask the teacher, hey teacher, why is it so boring? Can you make us enjoy the math lessons, or can you make fun? Why don't you ask? Will your teacher kill you if you ask, or what?
No, the teacher can't.
Can't.
Kill me.
So if he can't, or if he will not, why not to ask? Or he will not answer, or what? Or the teacher will ignore your questions. What? Why don't you ask? Is that polite to ask questions to a teacher in your school, Fox, Misha Jr.? How often do you ask teacher questions? Or there are some special questions you can ask and you cannot?
We can ask any question what we didn't understand, and we just put our hand up.
Misha Jr., I got a question for your teacher. come to the teacher and say why some kids don't enjoy the math. You can ask in Russian, of course, and then ask your teacher, can you tell us how to make our lessons fun and that we enjoy it? Can you? I'm just wondering what your teacher will tell you.
Okay.
So you can say like this is what you can say that this was the task of our English teacher. You can say,
Okay.
can I ask you something? My English teacher asked me to ask you a question: how to make kids enjoy and make fun in math. Can you make fun lesson in mathematics, in calculus, or what?
Okay.
Algebra? I don't know what to do. What about you, Micha? Can you ask your teacher about the same question?
Mm,
Do you have answers?
I think no,
No.
because
Because why?
it's
Stupid question? What?
I think yes, maybe
Why? Why
because
do you
at
think it's
math
stupid
we
question, or you think it's a teacher will tell you this is a stupid question?
maybe teacher, and I think because at math we don't think about, but maybe teacher think about it, but I don't even think about it because
Maybe
I
because
just solve math and
maybe
all.
because you enjoy math and it's interesting for you that you don't think about that it could be
Mm,
boring, right?
right, and I may think maybe some kids don't enjoy math because maybe it's difficulty, maybe it's boring. Because for some kids it's very boring to solve a lot of problems, questions.
Misha Junior, you raised your hand.
Maybe this.
Yes.
So what's your question? What's your reason of your hand?
It's in the chat. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's in the chat.
10 messages are in the chat.
10
Even 11.
10 messages. Okay. Let's move to Scratch. Misha Jr., technically your parents and Micha's parents also asked me to, not only do some Scratch stuff, but also, explore your English stuff and, make you improve in other subjects as well. That's why I'm not going to the Scratch every lesson. I hope you understand. I mean, we can go to Scratch easily, not a big deal. But before we go in, I'm exploring some fields that we would like to go. I would like to make not only Scratch or gaming industry Zoom meetings. I would like that we have a kind of substitution for your class. So technically, I would like to introduce some subjects like math, like physics, like so. Why do you think I show you this picture? Tell me. I mean, this one on the this one. How do you think? Why did I show it to you? Just to talk a little bit today, or just what? Your ideas. Why did I show
think
it?
we will. Some lessons will be like by this topic.
Of course. But it's not only about the lessons. I mean, I'm thinking about a little bit deeper. I would like to enhance our lessons, our meetings, into something that, all this stuff is kind of. I mean, I hope you understand that half of the subjects, at least, how to make the cars and the jets and some kind of techniques, really deep inside the mathematics. I hope you agree.
Yes.
So this is the way how I think can be interesting for you to study something that probably is not interesting in regular school. I would like to change it. I mean, it's already changed in US, in UK, in Australia, New Zealand. So maybe in your exact school with your exact teachers, it's still kind of regular stuff. Maybe boring, maybe in the regular way, but it's not about our meetings because technically, I see there's only one limit. Technically, there are two limits. First limit, it's my wish or the absence of my wish or desire to make the lesson interesting. The second limit is our time. So we're limited with the time. We have like, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours. Misha Jr. needs to go to sleep, or I don't know, to make a home task. Everybody needs to sleep. That's the only limit we have. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, we can open the Google and go to anywhere, to YouTube, to any other streaming platforms. So this is why I would like that. I mean, I'll show you what I would like to do, to how to transform the lessons in the meetings to something that would be more explicit and more interesting. And that's why I'm asking you why it's interesting for you. How can it be interesting? You see, I'm asking you a lot of questions. Don't I?
Yes.
So I hope I want you to understand why I'm asking so many questions. I'm kind of making little steps ahead to prepare you for something that could be interesting. If I would like to make the same what you have in school, I don't really think you'll be interested. Agree?
Yes.
So I don't want to,
Yes.
I don't want to, repeat something that is already made boring in school. I would like to change it, and that's why. But I don't really know you're so much. I see you in a couple of weeks right now, like 4 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't know, but you have your entire universe inside of your mind, inside of your body, inside of your experience. So I can only guess. That's why I'm giving you these tasks and I give you these pictures to find out which is more or less. I'm asking you, do you like cars more than jets, or jets more than trains, or trains more than, I don't know, refrigerators maybe? That's why I'm asking you, and I want you to give me the answers. At least the answers that yes or no, or why. You see, I'm mostly asking not like yes or no. I'm like to ask you why, because I need to analyze your answers. So before we go to scratch, Misha Jr., I'm making our meetings a little bit more dependable on the program of what can be in the school and how to make them interesting. That's why I'm asking today you about the math. I mean, my next question, so what will you do? How will you make the lesson in your class that everybody say, "Oh, Misha Jr., you're the best mathematical teacher for this lesson." That everybody like your lesson. So what would you change in your lesson, Misha Jr. And Micha? How to make interesting lesson in math? Give me ideas. What would you change? Especially if you see that this or that boring. Misha Jr., let's start with you. So you see current home task. Would you give home tasks in the math to your students? If
Yes, of course.
why? If yes, how should look like your home task that it will be interesting, not boring?
I think it must be not just white list with lots of tasks.
Mm-hmm.
It must be like something on the computer I would give on some. It will be like.
So, for example, give example. Maybe you need to, I don't know.
Like it's a story like a boy and girl that can't find this. To help them find this, please you must write the correct answers. Then the next exercise, next, like a story.
Like a story.
And to read the next sentence, you must write 2 or 3 tasks.
Mm-hmm. Do you play any games in math, Fox, in your school? You see, like number chart or dice math? No.
No.
How do you think? Why? So mathematical games for kids for the classroom. You see, 16 classroom math games for learning and fun. So how do you think? Why your mathematical teacher don't play games with you?
Because everyone behaves themselves bad.
What do you mean bad? They don't. They shout. They go in all.
Yes.
But I mean, does mean somebody like students shout? I mean, there should be kind of reason. Like when I remember I was a kid in the school, I shout because I was not interested. Don't you think so? When the classmate is not interested in teacher or in subject or in math or in some other thing, he is doing everything except what he should do, like math or subject he is currently present. What do you think, Fox? Why people behave? Why students behave that way in the class?
Uh,
You see,
I don't know. One can have a bad name, another can have glasses.
glasses. What do you mean?
You put them on your eyes
Uh-huh.
if you
So
can see bad.
no, I understand. So some of your students have glasses, and that makes them, naughty in the class and misbehave, or what?
No, like other bad like classmates come to them and say like you with glasses, ha ha ha, and she
Doesn't sound,
it's not
but doesn't sound
she or
stupid.
he.
Doesn't sound stupid, Misha Junior.
Yes, what? Sorry.
Doesn't sound stupid when some of the class come to another classmate and ask, "Oh, you get glasses on your eyes, blah blah blah, ha ha ha." Doesn't sound stupid.
Yes, it does, but they just can't do anything. Some classmates just says go away, and some stand up and go to the fighting place.
Mm. I got you. So you think it's really hard or difficult to make a game in the mathematical class in your school, right?
Yes.
Because of the behavior.
Yes.
So did your teacher ever try? Mika, what about you?
Sometimes yes.
Mika, did you have any examples that teacher tried to make any game activity in the math class in your school?
Yes, we have some games, but a long time ago.
Why do you think it was a long time ago? Why don't they do it in a regular basis?
Because maths is not about games, and we.
Wait. Math is not about games. Why did you say that?
Maybe no, it's very bad, but math it's a serious subject.
Misha Junior, can you remember this word? Math is not about games. I would like to even write down.
No, it's mistake.
Math is not about games. Who told you that? I'm just wondering. It's just that kills me. that expressions that.
No, math about games, but it's a more seriously subject.
What do you mean?
But
serious?
some games, it's interesting in it.
So what do you think? Why do you think that game and serious thing is a different meaning? Why game couldn't be serious?
Games can be serious,
be.
but but on a regular base, put games in math, it's I think it's difficult.
Okay.
I want to say about it.
So to put games, did I understand you right? If we put games to the mathematical lesson, it is difficult.
On a regular base, yes.
Why do you think so? Why do you think it's difficult?
Because math, it's Because teacher need to make for every lesson a game, and it can be hard.
Oh, come on, man. There's so many games in the library. Have you ever go in the library? Did you open the books? How many games there are? Looks like you've never been in the library. If you go to the library and ask the librarian, can you give me the book of the games for the math? They will give you hundreds of games. Trust me, hundreds, if not thousands. They don't really need to, they just need to copy this stuff. Open the Xerox, make the copy of this list and give it to your co-students. That's it. Or just send them by email. Come on, man. Why do you think it's so difficult? Maybe because your teacher are lazy, no?
No.
Difficult to make games in the math. I got a task for you, Fox, for the next lesson.
Yes, what's the task? I'll write it on the board.
Yeah, write it on the board. Micha Jr. and Misha make two activities.
Micha, there's no Micha Jr. and you're the Misha.
Sorry, I misspelled. Misha Jr. and Micha make two. Each of you make two interesting games for mathematics that can be played easily on your current school, in your current class. Two, maybe more. I mean, two is enough. I mean, maybe if you will make 10, that's more than enough. At least two. Two games to play in the math lesson. I will write it down for yourself. Math lesson. But interesting games, not just the games. It should be interesting. You see, I'm sharing the screen. You see, there's an example of a couple of games. You see, addition and subtraction bingo. So students playing like 7 plus 3, 5 minus 2. So it depends how you're playing. So, Michael, can you remind me once again? You said it was long ago when there was a game in the math. Can you give example? What was the rules and how did you play?
No, I didn't remember anything. It's just a game. It's something with questions and
questions about numbers. Question about what? About some subjects.
I don't remember.
I get you. So I remember, like in our school, we have this math game. So there was like teams who were just doing some regular expressions like 7 plus 3 or 7 multiply 5. But we were playing in the teams. So teacher just divided us into 3-4 teams. And she was asking quickly expressions. And each other team member should kind of plus, add the previous result to the next result. And who makes it quicker from the team have some kind of star gift. Star, or some kind of bubble or some kind of shape. It's like was a shape of star, of circle, of rectangular, or of the square. And at the end of the game, who has more like stars or rectangles was a kind of winner. And then we can exchange all these stars or rectangles for some kind of things. She has a lot of things to exchange it, some toys, some other things. So that was a kind of easy example of the game. So we were just not doing some regular expressions, but we were competing with each other for our teams. And at the same time we were supporting. You couldn't help your core team members to, if somebody see that you helping, they put you on hold. For example, like 5 people in your team, right? And every time she asks the question, next person should answer the question. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Like Misha 1, Misha 2, Misha 2, Misha 3, Misha 4, Misha 5, or any other name. And then it goes around the circle. And if Misha 5 helps Misha 4, he will get the kind of strike, and they hold him. If he wants help once again, he'll have 2 strikes. And when at the end of the game they just make the subtractions of all the all the strikes, and minus these strikes. So if you have like 10 gifts or 10 stars, they minus these 2 strikes. So for you it's easy to keep silence and don't help your classmate or core team member just to win. What do you think?
I think it's something interesting.
Yeah, because you see, while you are trying to compete, especially not exactly if you're in the team, you're not thinking only about yourself, even if you would like to, but you also think about how your team should win. If you would like to win, you should also be kind of supportive for your team and do everything that your team will win, or trying to kind of engage people of your team to work together. You see, kind of collaboration work. And then you see you trying to compete with other team and trying to do it is much quicker and then with the best result. So while you do this stuff, it starts making interesting because you're not just making the expressions like regular expressions. You're not just putting like 7 plus 3 or 5 multiply 2. You right now know what's the point. The point is like to have 10 stars, and then we have these 10 stars. We can exchange them for some, like for cookies or for candies or for any little sort of toys. I mean, I remember she, if I'm not mistaken, there was a little cars. Her husband gave some maybe 5 cars, which were changing the colors. There was a cars and there was a dolls for girls and cars, little cars for boys. So we will know what we are fighting for, what we're competing for. So that was not just regular math. That was a kind of competition with each other. That was a fun, and that was something that I would like to play once again. What do you think? Fox,
I think
are you here?
it's very interesting
Yes,
for
hello.
child because they not only learn boring math for them. They
Yeah, even though it's boring, you can make a game from this boring stuff, and the boring start being not boring anymore.
yes.
So that's why I'm asking you, folks. 2 tasks for you for the next meeting. Just make 2 interesting games for something that you are doing in the math, right? Maybe exactly not what you are doing right now. Maybe for the last, I don't know, maybe 6 months. So any type of task you have in your math class, make or find. I mean, you can Google. You can Google in Russian or in English like interesting games in mathematics and find something interesting. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Google interesting, yeah, in games.
I mean, Google is the way how you will find it, or how I'm just giving you examples how you cannot even. I mean, I don't really ask you to Google. You can go to your. I mean, both of you in Moscow, right?
Yes.
Do you attend the libraries, by the way?
Yes, we have a kids library nearby.
So you can come to the
We've
library.
got two libraries, one kids library, one grown-up library.
So what was the last time you have been in the library?
I don't really know. I think it was not so.
5 years ago? 6 years ago?
No. It was in this year.
Oh, come on. This year, January?
Yes, it was in this year.
So why did you go there?
We went. No, it was the last year, I think. And we took some books. I don't remember what books, but I think last time I remember I went to make like these things for birds, you know?
Birds. So kind of activity for birds or some kind of preparation for the birds lesson?
Yeah, no, it's not the lesson about birds. It's the thing We made these things for birds, you know?
Not exactly. Maybe you can share the picture or share something in the Google or I don't know what.
Okay. Wait a second, please.
Mika, by the way, but until Misha Jr. shares the screen, when was the last time you was in the library? You have been in the library.
Mm, I very rarely go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to it when I need a book for literature. And I think that's all.
So no other books, no other to search in the library, math, English, science fiction, no, or maybe just like science
Mm.
experiments for kids, games, no.
Like this. This is the most, like, all like this. You see it here on the right photo.
Mm-hmm.
Like these.
So you are feeding the birds, I get you.
We didn't feed, but in this year I think we will do something.
Uh-huh.
In this year we will, I think. In last year I just didn't finish it yet. I had another English lesson with another English teacher.
So English
And
teacher.
I went home.
So
It
what
was really interesting.
So what was your lesson about? How to make this kind of feeding stuff, or what?
Yeah.
So what's your kind of, how to say, understanding from the lesson? Why did you feed? Why we are feeding the bird?
Because it's hard for them to find food by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for them.
Okay.
To find food by themselves.
So do you think they are hungry in winter or?
I think in winter. What? Sorry.
Do they feel hungry in winter?
Yes, of course. They're like people.
But people can go to the grocery store or to any.
But there's no bird grocery store or like something.
Yeah, exactly. Birds cannot probably do the same what human being can do. So what other opinions from the Mika also join us, opinions from that type of lesson? What usually students find out from this lesson, and what are their results can be?
Result of what?
You see, they have the lesson how to feed the birds. I don't know exactly what was the lesson, just to feed the bird or to make this type of little shelter or feeding stuff for the birds. But technically, there can be a lot of, it can be one lesson or a couple of lessons how to make all this stuff, to find out which type of birds to feed, or I don't know, what are the birds. You see, there's some questions. Do we really need to feed the birds, or feeders for the birds? What type of birds do we need to feed? What type of birds need to be feeded or not? So how is it? What is the impact of the bird feeding for for the environment, for the kids, for the students, for the community? You see, a lot of questions can be solved. So I was wondering, like, how do you think why Misha Jr. and his classmates were going to this? So what was in the teacher's mind when she or he started this type of activity for kids?
I think this lesson can be useful and important because sometimes people do a lot of bad for birds, like make them harm, and mothers and how to help birds for birds, or just how need to behave with birds.
Mhm.
It can be useful.
Mhm. I like this answer. Misha Junior, what about you? What was
Yes.
your role in this? So you came to the library for what? For find out some books how
To make them.
So
It
you
was a free library, and we made these like things
do you have
for
any
birds.
pictures of what you or your classmates already did, or
I can send. Yeah, I can send. Seriously.
did you make any? Did the teacher tell you what to start from? Did they give you any type of
Yes, some kind of.
any blueprints, any drawings, how to start? What
No, they showed. They showed
showed like a
because it was free, like not chestnut. It was
private?
yeah. It was.
So was it a private library or private lesson or what was that?
It was from государство, like from
Okay, from the state.
yeah.
So I mean, it's like from government or from some town administration or what?
Maybe
So how do you think? Why
it's
did they
like what you said, государственная
state
library.
state library? I get you. Federal maybe, I don't know. It depends. If it's
Mike, you know, I saw you by account Sasha D was on mom's on the speaking club with my mom, and it was
uh-huh.
it was in Subota.
Saturday.
Yes, it was in Saturday.
Uh-huh. What do you think? What do you think about me?
I didn't. Yeah, sorry, what?
What do you think about me while you were looking at me, I guess, or just listening to me?
I didn't really.
You didn't really think about.
No.
So what I was talking about? Did you see me in the process, or was it like a video, or it was like the open Zoom?
No, it was like you were talking, and my mom was like,
Listening.
yeah,
Because I
without camera from telephone, the same account
yeah, the same
as
Zoom,
me,
the
Victoria.
same Zoom. Yeah, probably there was two other participants, and I was just sharing my ideas about some kind of questions.
I think I will make my account and go from 2 laptops because I have like lots of information. Some maybe.
Yeah, did you like my idea going on the Zoom from 2 different laptops?
Yeah, you got 3 accounts. That's really strange.
Technically, they're not free. They're about maybe 10 or 15, but I'm just currently.
Really?
Yeah, currently just 2 laptops are working. That's why I don't really need others. But you see, like for example, like my.
How many laptops and computers and telephones and iPads, what you have got in full?
Man, you're asking me 2 provoking questions. Let me try to answer.
How many laptops and computers together do you have?
Man, I don't
and
know.
telephones and iPads and what?
Let me count. I'm not. I can't even answer. If it was 1, I can say 1, but it's not 1. I can just.
You've got more than 3, I think. More than 3.
Yeah, just let's start.
Because your Windows laptop, your Mac laptop, and telephone already 3.
Yeah, let's start with the laptops. Probably one laptop is a really old, small laptop, like a network laptop, maybe MCI. It's really funny. I will show you the picture. It's really old. It's maybe 2007. It was a broken screen. My niece is broken the screen. I was ordering the screen for Alibaba and AliExpress, and changed the screen by myself. It's on the Windows XP. Another one, as you see, this is a MacBook Air 2020 M1 chip. Another
Yes,
one,
your
another one
favorite.
which you saw, it was Asus VivoBook.
Yes,
With the
it's
Windows.
Asus with old Windows.
Yeah, it's a
What do you
Windows
have?
Windows 11. Another one which is under this laptop with this Asus.
I got Windows 11 too.
There's a MacBook Pro, if I'm not mistaken, 2018 on the Intel processor. It's number 3, right?
Do you have right now on what you're talking with me? MacBook Air?
Yeah, MacBook.
Yeah.
MacBook Air M1. You can put it M1 2020. Yeah, this one exactly this one. Yeah, this is MacBook Air M1, which we are talking in the Zoom right now. The cheapest one. I mean the silver. The silver. Yeah, the gray
This one.
the silver one. Maybe no, maybe the gray one. Yeah, I guess the gray one. So the regular is what good in this laptop. There's no. You see, it's really thin stuff. It's like maybe two. I mean.
Yeah, it's really thin.
So there's no fans inside. There's no.
There's even no HDMI, and it's really popular.
Yeah, there's only two extensions. You see only two Type C extensions at the left side. Nothing else.
Yes, one is charging.
Technically, each of them can be charging, or if you don't need to charge, you can use them as a regular ports. So the good stuff.
Yes, you can. I saw you on Amazon, like переходник from this Mac thing
We usually say
to and VGA and HDMI and display ports and DVI and and COM port, I think.
Yeah, usually we call
It's
it converter.
lots of
We call it converter or extender.
converter, yeah, converter.
If you convert
from to lots of things, and it's somewhere $10.
Misha Jr., would you ask about the laptops to Micha, that he also be presented in our dialogue?
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Micha, what laptop do you have? Is it a Mac?
No, it's a Lenovo laptop. Or
Oh, I've got Lenovo too. What? Wait a second. Model, please.
He will type the model, Micha. He wants you to give him the model. He will type it and find out probably how does it look like.
Yes.
Micha, are you with us? Or are you trying to remember? Are you trying to find out which model you have? That's all which model you have. I got you. I was thinking if you have one laptop, you're interested in what you have, no? Or it's not so interesting as I supposed to. By the way, folks, you see this advertisement, our laptop Lenovo X1. I remember that I was working maybe 10 years ago in the one company, and we bought 200 laptops for the company. And could you believe in that? 200 laptops? After 5 months of working, 150 of them broken immediately in one exact day. Can you believe in that? Like from 200. So the company bought 200 laptops, and in the middle of the year, 150 of them just stopped working in the middle of the day. All of them, all 150.
Really?
And that was a scandal because we did, the work stopped. I mean, just imagine 200 people and 150 of them just have broken laptops and nobody knows what to do. Everybody have no laptops anymore. And that was a collapse, folks. That was a disaster. I mean, 100, and then after next maybe couple of weeks, another 50 laptops also were broken. That was a catastrophe. That was that was amazing. I mean, and it's not some kind of cheap Lenovo. It's really expensive Lenovo. What is it? One of the expensive Lenovo laptops I ever seen. It's like X1. You see this ThinkPad X1 at the left side. Yeah,
Where? This one.
at the left side. Yeah, this one like X1, and we have something like this, but most expensive version. Maybe it was maybe
Oh.
it was maybe 150,000 rubles for each. We have 200 like this, and that was amazing. So what's
Oh, in our school, there's a really old Lenovo ThinkPad.
Misha? Can you change the language on the top? If you say like it's a Lenovo.com, no, on the top. No. There's if you change RU, yeah. You see the link on the top in the left side. On the left. Yeah. Here, if you see RU, no. You go to the If you change the RU to EN, the second one. Yeah. If you change this to EN slash. Yeah. You didn't. Yeah. Just EN slash. Keep the slash. Yeah, and change the EN. And press enter. Can you go back and change the first EN? Yeah, maybe here. Maybe the first one. EN.
Okay, let me try.
It should be, yeah, it should.
Oh.
Maybe delete the what's delete until EN. So like Lenovo.com EN. Probably that'll be enough. Lenovo.com/EN. It should give you some. Or maybe you can.
Lenovo.com.
Don't forget about slash. You need a slash.
Maybe we will do like this.
Yes, you can try that. But you see, it will definitely go to Russia because it see that you're in Russia.
Wait, let me wait a second. Copy. Where is it? Here it is. Site. Enter. Wait a second. It's opening.
Oh, I got a my link actually in what we have here. Look, I just sent it to the chat, by the way.
Zoom? Ah, yeah.
Yeah, just what we have here.
The second one, EN, and the first one was Russia. Russia.
Yeah,
you say.
Yes, exactly.
You have. Oh.
So if you.
Why couldn't you say now?
Huh? What? So if you follow my link, you'll see that there's no need to actually to translate all this stuff, and we will use like regular English lexings and meanings. By the way, folks, what's good about your laptops? What do you like? What don't you like? Misha Junior, Mika. Maybe you ask each other what is the like pluses and minuses of both of your laptops.
Oh my God! Look how they're.
Yeah, it's a kind of transformer. I got you. Like it can be kind of tablet, right? So it's foldable. Yeah. So you see, it's foldable for 300 degrees, so you can fold it back and forth in any angle you need to. So do you like that your laptop will be folding like this, or it can be used the pen, right?
Yes.
So it's a kind of tablet.
Really useful thing.
So what's this model? Is that like a regular what?
I don't know. It's a new video now.
Can you find the same way in English that we can, while
yes, I will try to go by your link.
Yeah, maybe just copy the model.
Oh my God!
Copy the model number and just
Oops.
Yeah, you can make it smaller. Just push like Control minus.
And Control plus. I know.
Yeah, good.
Oh my!
Yeah, that's something that now you can see the website. So I guess this is the Yoga, right? This is the Lenovo Yoga, which actually transformers, and you can fold the both type of keyboard and screen. Folks, what do you like most? Transformers, like like Yoga, or the regular one, like ThinkBook, ThinkPad? Share.
Look, I found ThinkBook. Not ThinkPad, ThinkBook.
Yeah, this is a regular brand of the Lenovo. ThinkBook, ThinkPad. ThinkPad on the top, ThinkBook on the middle.
Yeah. IdeaPad.
Usually,
Oh, look, this is the useful category. Wait a second.
yeah, we call it 2-in-1. If it's a convertible, if it's also a kind of foldable. Carbon. Now I find out this. Like X1 Carbon, we have these 200 Carbon laptops.
This one, Lenovo. Just 5 laptops.
That's a regular one with no specific stuff, I guess.
Here it is.
I guess it's a
My
tablet,
God,
right?
this one is so old, I think. Oh my God, look! The screen is putting away from this laptop. It's really strange.
It looks like it's a tablet, don't you think so? It looks like it's a tablet.
Me too.
Maybe not. I don't
know.
Maybe
it's really strange. Oh, this is my Windows 11.
Mika, what about you?
I have a tablet. This is, I think, a normal one.
Would you join us, Mika?
Huh?
Would you join us?
Yes.
So, what do you think? What are the pluses and minuses by your thought, by your opinion at the Lenovo, or maybe exactly at your Lenovo? Maybe you compare your exact laptop with some other Lenovo. What is a more?
I think it's just a good laptop.
So you didn't never compare?
Never.
Why? Why didn't you compare?
I don't know, but for me it's for me this laptop is enough.
So you don't really need or would like to change anything, right? You are not searching to make it bigger, better, faster, more fancy or whatever.
No, I think it's enough for me.
Mm-hmm. So you are the modest person. You are not looking for some kind of improvements, or, you know.
Oh, build your own laptop. That's great.
Mm-hmm. By the way, folks, have you ever tried to fix your laptop or any other laptop or any other computer?
I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, have you ever tried? Did you try? Yes? No?
No, I think.
Why? Why didn't you try? Are you scared, or you don't have enough, experience to fix it, or nobody asked you to fix it or help you to fix it?
You know.
How do you think? What will be my next question?
I don't know.
My question is, what do you think if we will start fixing the laptops in our lessons? Would you?
I don't know what to do.
Well, do you know what to do?
Yes.
I can send you like some broken laptop, and you will try to fix it in our Zoom meeting.
If I fix it, can I please take it home?
Yeah, we'll send you to. I mean, these are two options. One, I can, for example, like take some laptop here, put some cameras, and you will tell me what to do and what to, what to take, what to extract, or which to input, to plug and play, to fix it and how fix it. Or there's other options. I will ask your parents to give you broken laptop, and we will start fixing of this broken laptop together. Like I will try to find someone who will send you broken laptop to Micha and to you. Actually, because you're in Moscow, we can make it technically we can send it from some of my friends in Moscow. We can actually find some library we can fix it. What do you think? If you were making some kind of feeders for your birds, why not to make lesson how to fix laptops? I don't see any problems. It's just about your wish. Would you like to do it or not? Misha, Julia, Micha, any answers? Would you like to do something like this or not?
I think I would.
Mika, what about you?
Mm, I think no,
No.
but
Why no?
because it depends from condition of laptop of because if it has like a broken screen
So what's the problem? Okay,
or
broken screen, we'll find another screen and we'll change the screen. So what's the problem?
mm,
When you say no, you are scared, or you don't like it, or you don't want it, or you think it's too hard. So what's on your mind?
mm,
You see, nothing's scared. I mean, I don't scare. I'm not scared. I'm just talking about that. So why are you scared, or why do you say no? Let us find out. Give me your.
because it would be my first fixing computer with any without any skills.
Uh-huh. So you're scared to broke what is already broken, right?
Yes,
I broke the broken laptop, right? I make it
right,
much broken than it was, right?
right.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny, Micha. I was Misha. I was just wondering why not to broken laptop and try to fix it. That's fun. That can be fun. Why not to have a fun? Don't think about laptop like some kind of a really pricey and really expensive device. I mean, if it's broken, it's broken. You can fix it, or you can kick it off, kick it away, put it to the trash.
Look, I've got a new laptop.
Ah, you choose the
And
best one, I guess. 300,
yes, of
300,
course.
300, 300 bucks. I get you. So that could be good laptop, I hope. So what is inside?
Can show you. Mika, do you see this price?
Yes,
So do you like the price, or do you
Yeah,
like the laptop, Misha Jr.?
I like the laptop.
So what is inside? Can you tell us what's inside?
Yes, of course.
What did you add and why?
First,
First,
this generation
iCore
is
7,
the most high.
the latest process generation, right? So the 13th generation of Intel Core, get you. So why
Yeah.
do you choose from iCore i7 and i5? How do you choose? Why i7? Why not i5?
I don't know what's better really. What's better?
So how do you find out, folks, which one is which? Which one is better? Which one is worse? How do you usually?
I think more bigger than.
Yeah, the bigger digits is the higher digits is usually faster or more. The performance should be bigger, but
It's the processor. It's really important.
of course. But how do you know that i5 is not so good as i7?
Do you know? I really don't know.
You don't?
But look, this is a. It says pro processor. These ones are normal.
Regular.
This one is a pro one, but it's I think i7 is more new. It's more functions.
Mika, can you tell us something about pro processors? Have you ever? Do you have any ideas about what's the difference?
Windows Pro.
What's the difference?
About processors.
Yeah.
Mm,
What's the difference between pro and not pro, like regular one?
Windows Home. I've got Windows Home.
I think if I need to buy a new laptop or just to buy new thing, I would Google.
So what if you
about
don't
it.
need to, but somebody asks your help? Like Misha, Michael, can you help us to find out which computer to buy? So it's not to you, but some of your friends or some of your, maybe.
Okay, without Google, I think like Windows 11 Home, it's just for regular users, and Pro, it's something like for professional. Maybe it's have some new features, and it can be divided from home version of Windows 11.
Mm-hmm. How often do you see, or how often do you watch the videos in YouTube
Here
about?
it is. Look, Mike. Do you see? Here it is.
Yeah, the projection. So it's we
And
can.
I open C.
So yeah, technically we can call it mirroring. If you open the YouTube or any other, you can mirror in the any screen to anywhere, to from laptop, your from your tablet, from your cell phone. If you change,
Here it is. See?
yeah, of course I
You
see.
need Pro Windows. You need Pro Windows to make like these.
Yeah,
You can work on it.
yeah. If you need
On
a
this.
remote desktop, you can easily use like more updated Windows technically.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's up to you. I mean, if you have any access to Windows, you can update your Windows for the Pro version or.
You can make like a picture when your computer blocks. You can put a picture and it will like print. The password is 1400009 maybe.
009.
Or it's Misha's laptop. It can print. What can you want? It's like a PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
It opens a PowerPoint. Like.
So why do we need PowerPoint? Can you tell us once again?
Like I'm not working on my computer. It doesn't shut down, but it like opens the PowerPoint and it says like it's Mike's computer.
Mm-hmm. Misha Junior, why don't you change your language of your laptop to the English? Or it's not your laptop, it's your mom's and father's.
No, it's my own laptop.
Why don't you change it to the another language?
Because it's hard.
Well,
Here it is.
Come on, you are already speak English fluently. So what's the problem?
Okay. Let me see. Here it is. Oh my God! Look what it says.
Yeah, you need to reboot the system. Yeah, otherwise, because some. But technically, you should just apply when you should go just reboot and apply without rebooting it. Just change the language into the English. That's it. It's not so difficult. I mean, trust me. I mean, but you'll be more familiar with a lot of terms. By the way, Mika, what's your language? Is that Russian? Is that English? On your laptop?
On my laptop, I have English.
I can change. English.
This is the region, Misha Junior. The region. If you change it,
Sorry.
It's also changes the time of the region. So you don't need to put Australian English. I mean the.
No, it won't change the time here. Oh my God! Look, it changed the time.
Yes, that's why I told you.
8:42 p.m.
Yes, I told you. You change the region and you tell some. So don't change the region. So put just the regular Russia. Put Russia here.
Okay.
But change the the interface. Interface should be in English, but the region should be Russia or some kind of European, because this is the local time. It's a little bit different stuff. Mika, how long do you work on the interface in an English interface with your laptop? Or there was always English interface? Have you ever changed it before, or it was like that before when you started?
English is selected from factory. And
so there was no Russian language interface in your laptop, right?
Right.
So how's it difficult for you to work with the English interface?
It's not so
I
difficult.
need to go to eat.
Good. Sounds good. Fox, I give you the two small tasks to make some kind of math games for your, for our.
Yes, you see it on the board, Micha. Mike, Mike, you must do it too. This task.
Yeah, I hope I will do more than 2. I hope I will do at least 5.
What's the second task?
After 2 games in for mathematics.
Yeah, games for mathematics. More than one math interesting game.
Not more than 1, just 2 or more. Okay, game number 1.
It means more than one. No one, but more. No one. More than one.
I get you, but sometimes it's easy to write it, a little bit different way. If you write it more than 1, you see, okay, 1, then more than 1. Sometimes when you say 2, I should make 2. But more than 1, it sounds like, not explicit. So put it like 2. 2 or more. Uh-huh. And interesting should be like INTREST. Uh-huh.
Okay, what's the second task?
The second task. So if you would like to have lessons in your school of fixing computers, what would you like to start from?
I would like to start from to go to all schools, take the old laptops and give them new normal laptops.
So my task is that give like explanation for your classmates and for your students for the first lesson of fixing the computers. So the plan, how you'll make this lesson, what you will tell them, what you will discuss, and maybe some ideas of what games you can play or what activities you will do on your first lesson of fixing computers.
Okay, I need to go. Goodbye.
Okay, folks. See you, I hope, next Sunday. I mean, nothing gonna change. I think probably if we have some opportunity to meet earlier, I will send you the link. Sounds good?
Okay. Okay, Mike, Micha, can you go please fast to Scratch and give your nicks to Zoom chat?
Okay.
Your nicks from Roblox.
Some nicknames.
Roblox names.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I have my Roblox name.
Scratch.
Scratch. Scratch is easier.
Said. Incorrect.
Mika, do you remember yours?
You can go to Scratch.
Yes.
It's fast.
Can you?
You can create projects and
Misha Jr.
put all your watch your
Misha
projects.
Jr. Because you're going to have some meal, can you quickly send the link for your project that I can quickly open on the browser?
It's the first SMS in chat.
The first text. I got you. First text. Good. Sounds good. Let me just change it.
And press please this button.
Which one?
At studio and favorite.
Wait. Can you repeat? Which button should we press?
Press this button. When you open the link, press this button.
Subscribe?
It's purple.
Subscribe or
Okay.
which button?
Yeah, subscribe.
I don't see any subscribe button, so I can share the screen, but I'm not sure. So would you press? So we should press the calculator, or what should we do?
No, just in the what? Please see right here. See Scratch 5 8. Please send your nicks that you see instead Scratch 5 8 in Zoom chat.
Because right now I have no nicknames. It's just like sign in stuff. I need to sign in. I don't know about.
Press sign in quick.
Because I don't really see how to say. I got you. Yeah, finally I see my nick.
What's your nick?
I'll copy and put it into the meeting. I send it up. That's my nickname.
Micha, please faster.
Looks like Misha
Go please to this SMS.
text.
You must have an SMS.
Mr. Junior, we usually say text message.
Oh,
Or
text message.
sometimes we say like text. Like SMS is just mostly the acronym for some European, British stuff, blah blah blah.
Oh, I see.
I will say,
Okay. Mika, are you here or are you not?
Yes.
Hurry up. I'm hungry.
okay, folks, let's finish our meetings. I will probably write you some other stuff during the week. If nothing happens, let's.
Okay, Mika, Mike, you must right now restart your page or your browser and go to SMS.
You mean like text?
Yeah, Scratch text messages.
Yeah, Scratch invited you to curate the studio Fort Boyard, right? Visit the curator tab on studio to accept the invitation. Should I accept the invitation?
Yes, you must press yes, like.
Okay, follow the studio, right? I follow it. So it looks like I'm following the project. Do you see that I'm following or?
No, I think I will see soon. Okay, goodbye.
Yes, folks. Thanks for coming. See you next Sunday, I hope.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, folks. Thanks for coming.
Mika, next time the first what I will ask from you, it's your nick from scratch. Goodbye.
Okay, хорошо. Goodbye.
Thanks, folks. Thanks for coming.